snaps with the first team offense you get in a typical week if Daniel's healthy and fully fit his thing?
Not many. If any, got to prepare from another perspective, more of mental reps and throwing with guys after practice. But here, our ones, starting quarterback takes the ones reps.
Would it mean anything to you if you did get the start to be able to go back to Buffalo? It's one of the places you obviously played and started at.
As a competitor, anytime you get a chance to go out and play, you always look forward to it. It just happened to be Buffalo this week.
I mean, as a competitor, if he can play, he's going to try to. You can certainly, I guess, appreciate that, right? That feeling. But
100%. I mean, obviously, as competitors, you get nicked up throughout the season, but we push through and battle through things. He's one of our leaders in his locker room, one of our leaders on the offense. And obviously, if he can go, he'll be ready to go.
When you were hurt, did you just land on the ball?
Yes, I just got the wind knocked out of me, fell in an awkward position, and I'm okay though.
If you do have to start, do you sort of, I don't want to say have to be careful, but like, do you have to pick your spots on when you can be aggressive, how many hits you can take, what type of hits you can take?
No, I don't think you got to go into a game with that mindset. I think you play free. Obviously, it's a contact sport that we play, a collision sport that we play. Playing scared is never a good thing. Obviously, as a quarterback, you want to limit the hits that you take on your body, but at the same time, you got to do what's best for the team in certain situations, as far as fighting for extra yardage or making plays. So never playing timid, going out there competing at a high level and deal with what comes with that.
How much of a loss for them is Milano leaving?
It's a big loss for them. Milano's a hell of a player. It means a lot for their defense, but it's just like every team, you preach a next man up mentality, and I'm pretty sure they have someone that they're looking forward to step up in that role. But prayers to Milano, a teammate of mine. Wish him a speedy recovery.
Obviously, everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses. How much different do you think the offense looks with you compared to Daniel, or would look?
I think it all boils down to execution at the end of the day. To a man, that's up front. That's skill positions as well too. Just about executing regardless of who's at quarterback. It's about executing at a high level and doing it consistently.
You think though they call a similar game from a play calling perspective with you and Daniel, or you think?
I think so.
You do the thing, you maybe do some things differently.
I think so, but also that's out of my control. That's up to our coaches to be able to put our players and our skill players at the best position to go out and execute at a high level.
Tyrod, can an offense make explosive plays if protection doesn't hold up?
I think that's part of it. Obviously, protection, being able to push the ball down the field. But yes, explosive plays can be created in different ways. But yes, we've had our opportunities throughout this year to be able to create explosive. We just haven't done a great job of executing it. And you can blame a number of different things. Obviously, as a team, we know what we can do better, and we've been working on trying to be better in those areas.
I know you said approach the weekend different, but even just logistically, do you have to meet with Ben more to make sure you guys are on the same page of protection, any stuff like that that would just be extra or different?
Nah, we all sit in on a lot of meetings throughout the week. Our conversation is fluid throughout the week. Quarterbacks, offensive linemen. We meet a number of times outside of what's on the schedule. And all the quarterbacks and all the offensive linemen are in on those calls. So it's not anything that's just different from a weekly basis.
You know what a place is like, because primetime game there,
it's going to be, for sure, it's going to be an electric atmosphere. Obviously, their fan base is one of the wilder ones, I guess they've been labeled as. They create a great environment for football. Communication has got to be at its best when you go into an environment like this. But as a player, I think you live for these type of environments and these type of moments.
We'll take 3 more.
Do you feel any more game ready from having been in so many games this season? Like, I think you've played in every one but one. Does that help you get acclimated for a game where you might start, or does it not matter?
I don't think it matters for me. I mean, obviously the best experience is having experience in a game. But whether I played snaps or didn't play snaps this year, I think execution is, like I said, what it boils down to, and us going out there and executing in every aspect to give ourselves the best chance to go out and compete.
Would it be helpful if you got Saquon back if you did start?
For sure. I mean, Saquon is one of our better players on this team. I mean, he's a leader on offense. If we can get him back, that would help the offense. But if not, then the next man has to step up and be ready to when called upon. And I think the backs have done a great job of playing into that role and contributing at a high level for us.
Tyrod, in any way, are you surprised by the number of challenges this team has had at this point in the season?
No, I'm not surprised, but maybe that's 13 years of playing professionally. I think the season always takes twists and turns, some for the good, some for the bad. I think the good teams are the ones that can endure those and be able to stay level-headed throughout it and stay positive. And that's what you see within this locker room. There's a lot of positive attitudes, guys working to get things right, and obviously get back in the winning column.